Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can also book that in the description box below as well. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Strawberry Quartz Pussycat and the Tourmaline Angel, then this reading is for you. So the Strawberry Quartz Pussycat is a beautiful stone, or Strawberry Quartz is a beautiful stone for assisting when it comes to life changes and any stress and worries around changes that are happening for you. And then the angel is that message of protection. And these two as a combination is always a very strong sign that you do have somebody who is watching over you, somebody who cares about you quite a lot, whether they are in spirit, in the angelic realm, or maybe here on earth, maybe also a little pet or a little pussycat, a familiar, someone you journey with. There is a lot of support around you in this reading I can see, but I can also see, like when I was pulling the cards, one of the words I'd heard was rock bottom, so someone might feel like that's been part of their journey lately. And it just does look like there's a lot of limitation, but we'll move through the reading and see shifts that are needed to move through these limitations that I can see here. So the energies I can see dominantly on the table is Scorpio and Libra. I can see Taurus and Capricorn here as well. Leo, Libra and Taurus, Leo again. And they're the main energies, so it could be yourself, someone you're dealing with. Sagittarius is under there too, and Gemini I can see in the stack, but they're not really on the table. Anyway, let's jump into the past energy for group 1. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. This is a new deck to my collection from my awesome friend Billy, so it's going to be fun using this tarot and getting to know some new symbols and images and messages. But for the past energy for group 1, we have Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So in the past, this is, I think, the area where I heard rock bottom in the past energy. So it might be that the rock bottom's already happened for you in a sense, or it maybe not resonating in that exact way, but just a real challenge that maybe has you feeling like you're very limited with your resources, limited with your potential or your opportunities, or solutions, or something like that might be limited. You might feel like you've started again in life as well. For some people, I got that message here too, that you're feeling like you need to start again or start over or something like this. With the Four of Pentacles, it can talk about the being conservative with your energy and your time and your finances, needing to know when to say no to people. You may have recently gone through that experience where you've had to say no, or there's just been limitations imposed on you through life that you've had to figure out, I guess. With the Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands, it does look like there's a lot of challenge here with regards to the way life is set up. I'm feeling like there was something about, it feels circumstantial. It feels like there's some sort of rough spot for whatever reason. For some of you, I feel like it's to do with tenancy in your housing situation. Of course, it could be different. It could be to do with your workplace and things not working out, or just feeling challenged by people at your workplace, feeling you can't trust a certain person, or there's something here, like potentially I felt from a message for some was that somebody said something and it hasn't been taken the right way, or that there's somebody, perhaps there's been an immature moment from someone or yourself even, where it's just you've had to defend yourself, or maybe from another person you've had to defend what you're doing or stick up for yourself a bit. We have the Seven of Wands here, which is a defensive card. I like this little shadow. It's the Shadowlands deck. I like this little critter here. It's like, so there's, and it kind of reminds me of the pussycat and the angel. It's like you've got this little thing there with you, whatever that thing is. Maybe it's your higher self, or maybe it's a special guide. Maybe it's somebody who's passed on that still walks with you on your journey, and you feel their presence and their guidance. But you've definitely got support, whether you feel or know that or not. I feel like, yeah, you definitely do. There's something about this, a new adventure you need to take up that you've recently maybe wanted to start, but maybe there's challenges in the way, or there's something here that you'd like to flow with but don't quite have all the resources or ducks in a row yet, or something like this. But it's not to worry, things will move along as they need to. So in the current energy and the path ahead, we have got the Hierophant and the Page of Swords here first. So this can definitely talk about, what do I want to say here? I should say what I wanted to say, which was, I feel when I look at this that it is time to turn knowledge into wisdom. So you may have a lot of knowledge, or you may be learning or inquiring quite a bit about what's going on in your world and how to make beneficial changes, whether they're mentally and how you're viewing your situation, or literally researching and to get the answers or information you need for a particular situation, whether that's studies or getting a new job or finding a new home, or whatever this is for you. There's research required. For some of you, this with the Hierophant here, there is some sort of structure that can support you. Maybe you're needing to make investigations with that support, whether that's the schooling. This could be to do with your schooling. It could be to do with the business or company you work for. There's something here about learning more about what you're moving through right now, getting more information, getting more resources, because the Page of Swords is there with the Hierophant. This can also be studying. There's for a lot of you, when I saw these cards, that there's something that you have wanted to study, you have an interest in it perhaps, and it will enrich your life if you are to go and learn those things, whether they're self-directed studies that you just go and learn through the internet and researching, or literally taking up a course where you are showing up as a student and learning. And for others of you, actually, I can see here where it's you're the teacher and you would like to deliver a content to a bunch of students or something like this as well. This could very well be you stepping up into that type of role. Further into the week ahead, it kind of broke off in sections with the week ahead, so it kind of makes me feel like you're kind of dealing with things in bites or something. That could be the case, but Devil and the Nine of Pentacles was the next card out, and it's interesting this is a brand new deck, so when I was going through it, I think just yesterday, I noticed how the Nine of Pentacles has the cage around her, and I didn't expect that. That kind of was like, oh, what? That's different, because the Nine of Pentacles to me is a very free energy. And with it, when it came out coupled with the Devil like this, I was like, okay, well, that might make a bit more sense at this time, because it's like you may be feeling trapped or something, and that's what I'm feeling like. So for a lot of you, it could be a job that you've got that just doesn't resonate with who you are, and you'd like to go and upskill or learn something different, take you in a different path. For some of you, that might be the case. For others of you, you could be just bound by financial responsibilities. It could be addictions as well. It can be things that are just not good for you. That's something you'd like to be free from. That might be what you're going through now, is learning how to unencumber. I don't even use that word myself. Is that a word? Unencumber. There's something about being inhibited by, I can't say any one thing because it'll be different for everyone. So fill that blank there. There's potentially that you're feeling inhibited by something in your life, whether that's, like I said, an addiction, or it could be a toxic connection. It could be a workplace that just doesn't resonate with you, or a lifestyle choices that just don't resonate with you. They're quite opposite energies in the sense, but the bird is caged, so it's like you're still setting yourself free perhaps, or finding a way to regain your power here. The next cards are the Ten of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So there's a lot of extra responsibility and burden here with the Ten of Wands. But considering we started with the Four of Pentacles, which is that energy of needing to assert a boundary so that you're not taking on things that are overwhelming, or that you don't have the capacity to take on right now. The Ten of Wands is showing that you may feel this week that you have taken on more than you need to, and that is a need. Yeah, so I'm just looking at this card above that exact section, and as you know, lately they've been really lining up. We have find a balance with the full moon in Libra, so you might be, especially considering it as a full moon, we might be coming to that realization that you might need a little relaxation here with another full moon card as well. So you might need to be finding a balance between your work and your play, and your personal goals as well. There's something I feel like with a look at the Devil, there might be a need to reprioritize or change some other things, so that I feel there's these personal goals, but there's actions aren't aligning for some reason. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So there might be some just a reassessment and changes that are required so that you can reach these goals that give you freedom. With the King of Pentacles, he looks interesting. He looks like an old potato. It's really funny. But with the King of Pentacles, this is a card of being the master of something. And I do see a lot of these cards here where it's interesting because I see a lot of mastery in your energy and who you are as a person, what you've come through, the things that you know and understand, what you've learned about yourself. That is all here. But there's this strange overlay or like, I don't know, yeah, it's like a strange layer of it, whether it's like self-doubt or some limits. They could be circumstantial, like I said earlier in the reading, or they could be internal, what's going on in here, or they could have to do with just certain choices that then limit, you know, your free time or that energy that is vital, that it's invested in another area. So maybe being a little mindful. And that apple at the top there again makes me think of the student here. So we do have the Page of Swords, the Hierophant. So there's definitely a message here of masters becoming students or something like that, like learning something new. We have the Empress on the bottom deck for your reading, and the Temperance is the card behind it, the Lovers behind that. So these are three major arcanas that talk about a slow and gentle devotion to a path that brings you a great deal of abundance, that allows you to flourish and also be able to provide for those around you. The ripple effects of your healthy choices will be known for a long time to come when I see this sort of energy here. There's a need to, Five of Wands underneath that, and the Lovers, it's like, I don't know, I'm hearing feathers getting ruffled. It's a weird reading, weird message this week, I'm not sure. It might be because it's a new deck of tarot too, I'm still coming to learn. But in the challenge, we have the Sun, the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Interesting cards to be in the challenging area. And it makes me feel like, well, the challenge could be feeling optimistic in this situation and believing that your greatest wish fulfillment, your happy ever after, and to have a good life, to have your wishes, are not out of reach. When I hold this, I get this feeling that some of you have been telling yourselves that, oh, maybe for them, but not for me. That type of thing, that you can't possibly have all that you want, or that you must settle for second best, or give up on your dreams in some sense. And that's not actually true at all. There's one really powerful oracle card we'll get to in a moment that really encourages that message. But for right now, the challenge is to optimism and growth, to remain positive and to trust that your wishes can come true, and that something you do want is actually available to you, even though you may have given up on that and feel like it's the greatest challenge in the world. So what will help with the challenge? We have the Five of Swords. So first of all, with the Five of Swords, it is to leave petty dramas and mind games behind. It's about leaving behind battlefields that just don't feel very good for anyone involved, to leave behind conflict, to just not engage in comparing yourself to other people or where they're at. But it feels a bit more internal, but it could be an external drama you're dealing with that you just need to disconnect from. And then we have the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands, which is, for me with the Eight of Wands especially, is that message of continuing something that you perhaps once gave up on, or something that you might be someone who gets moving on something but doesn't quite finish it. And this message is one to finish something you started. So if that is something that's to do with I feel like for a lot of you, it's to do with like something you're doing for your own mental health, something you're doing for your own mindset. I can see so many other little tethers there too, that are like little things, but individuals connecting to this want to learn. And some of them, it is the tarot. Maybe you want to learn how to read the tarot and do that well. But it's a matter of consistency and showing up for it all the time. That's the Eight of Wands, is just showing up for it. And with the King of Wands, that is a visionary leadership energy. So what will help with the challenge is, don't compare your journey to other people. Just get moving with what you know to be true and what you know is right for you. Stay in your own lane and hold your vision. And don't be afraid to step up to the plate when it's required of you. Because the King of Wands there's a beautiful freedom to the King of Wands. He's often, to me, the unobtainable king. So it's like, there's something about him, he's definitely marches to the beat of his own drum, and it's very attractive to other people. There's something about the way you go about your life, or the way when you're doing you and you're in your lane and you're not worried about all these other things, whatever this stuff is, and you're happy to be a novice, perhaps. You're happy to be in this moment. You're happy with challenges. You're comfortable with all the duality that is your existence. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. You're getting comfortable with duality. And then just going from there. It has there's something about, I don't know, I keep getting, there's something about what you're choosing and what you're doing that's going to affect people around you. Whether that's a big picture of your community and who you're meant to step up to as a big role in that sense, then potentially that's it for some of you. Others of you, it's about the children around you, your family, your closest loved ones, and the choices you make and how that impacts them. There's a lot you are carrying here, though, I can see, and I feel like there's a sense of feeling trapped to the bills, to the responsibilities, to upholding some life that isn't quite working in some sense. But there's no need to panic and go and quickly try and affect change or do anything so crazy, because what the actual message here is for you to just relax and to obviously have a plan and execute that plan with goals and steps, the Eight of Wands. But as I overlook a lot of this energy, there's a real need to just relax and gently find your balance. We'll get through a bit more oracle cards that touch on that sort of message, but for now we'll just continue on here with further guidance. We have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So lots of mental energy here. So the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords, this is literally got studies and books here in the background as well. So again, with that Hierophant, it is a time to turn your knowledge into wisdom. So you may know things, you may have ideas about how things should go, but it's about applying that wisdom to your life, that knowledge, to your life, to create the wisdom, to embody. So with the Three of Swords, Ace of Swords, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of heartache potentially here. For the Nine of Swords, this is a haunting nightmares, this can be insomnia, this can be just up late at night, constantly worried, feeling that you need to defend yourself or protect yourself from great hurts that may be coming towards you. You may be dealing with somebody else's mental health that is a really big challenge at this time. There may be somebody who's very close to you struggling quite a lot, so it could be that situation for some of you here. But with the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords in the center of all this, it's like what it makes me feel like, right now or in where you find yourself, you might feel like it's a mess or it's painful or rock bottom, like I heard earlier. But in the center is the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, which gives me a great deal of hope. It makes me know that you have got a lot of wisdom and intellect and the ability to see clarity, the ability to find clarity, and navigate this heartache and this pain into a place of knowing truth and using affirmations rather than concerned about what might be or what could happen. The Serenity Prayer feels like it's necessary at times at this time for you, or around this time for you. You might resonate with just repeating that for yourself and remembering, because it can bring a great deal of support and calm, just those affirmations. And there's a lot more about connecting to the support that is around you and not losing hope. We'll get there in a sec. In the outcome for the tarot, we have got the Strength, the Queen of Pentacles, and Discretion, which is the Judgment card. And to see these major arcanas with the Queen of Pentacles just here, for some of you, I can see a relationship with the King of Pentacles being on the table as well, and just maybe your partner is struggling with their workload, or with the family, there's some things going on perhaps with their family dynamics, or maybe there's some things going on with addictions that they're struggling with, or with their mental health, or it could be you, it could be them, if it is a relationship thing, for those that resonate with that. And I just do see like there is a lot to move through here, and it can be probably quite overwhelming at times when you're in the thick of it, and that's probably why it's so important for you to step right back and connect in with affirmation or a meditation or a counselor even, or anything that helps you here to see a bit of clarity with this Queen of Swords. Maybe reading a book, The Power of Now, something like that. Or if you don't know what book, you can ask Spirit and it'll come through. Just, say a couple words to your phone or near your phone about what you want to get from that book, and it'll probably come up in some reel or something. The algorithm listens to everything we say. So just have a little chat about mindfulness, books on mindfulness and blah, blah, blah. And, the right thing will come to you. Spirit's always leading us with leading us to resources, or leading resources to us. There's always something that we can grab to help us find ease and comfort. And I think that's important to remember, and to not stay, if you're really struggling with this, with moments of Nine of Swords, extreme overwhelm. I do think there's a need to protect your mental health. Okay, I keep getting a bit of that, like, or just be careful with your thinking, because you might be prone to spiraling in thoughts at times yourself, and just not letting them get in somehow. Finding a practice that helps protect your energy. Maybe you want to anoint yourself with some beautiful oils that help as well, like the oils of a duck's feather. They make it so the duck is waterproof, and so nothing can get in. So that might be something you'd like to create your own ritual with. Anyway, where am I here? Strength. Yeah, strength, the Queen of Pentacles, and Judgment. There is a need to overcome a lot of challenge within yourself and perhaps within another at this time, and to be very, very discerning about how you spend your energy, or the way you, I was going to say delegate your bills. So maybe that is like fun. Maybe you're in a position with maybe you own a business or something, and you're just needing to work out your finances in a way that is supportive to the structure of your business and what you're trying to achieve. There is a lot of resources here around you. I really do see that, but it's with the Judgment here and Strength, it's kind of that added message as well of utilizing the knowledge that you have. You've got knowledge, but it's a matter of turning that into wisdom by actually applying it to your life, because we can have all the information in the world, but until we actually utilize that information, and we can't really see or reap the rewards of it, we can't see the benefits. So there is a need to have the strength to see things for what they are, and to then take a proactive approach without too much pressure or stress. And getting the quite literal message of a bit of physical exercise might not go astray for some connecting to this reading. It might be really beneficial for you to just literally get physical strength. It might help you with some mental things, or it might help you with, exercise is always a great advice. And the Empress on the bottom there shows that underlying energy of this whole reading. Yeah, Temperance is there underneath, another message of requiring balance. And you may be a mother, you may be someone who has a lot of responsibility. I see the Ten of Wands, a lot of little people maybe to look after, and a lot of other people to constantly be thinking of, especially if you're perhaps a business owner. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the little details of your world at the moment by the seams of this. But into the oracles, we have Death shall not take him. And I'll go to the book from the Divine Circus. You are going to witness the impossible made possible. Whether you think is lost, whatever you think is lost is not. And I think last week, if you were a group 1, the oracle card was When All Seems Ended, which is really perfect alignment with this message as well. So if you are a group 1 last week, you might feel that it's just an unfolding of this situation for you. So the universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall in a new way live again. Sometimes when you think it's all over, the 11th hour comes. You can practically hear the opening chords of your swan song, and when you have finally given up, suddenly, somehow, right before your eyes, everything changes just like that. You were free falling, and then suddenly you are soaring. Fate steps in. Destinies are altered, and life demonstrates its creative, restorative power, even if all seems lost. The oracle of Death shall not take him is a sign, no matter how defeated you feel, no matter how many dead ends you've encountered, how many setbacks, how many failures, no matter how impossible success may seem, the universe is going to step in and right things in your favor. You will succeed, even though apparently impossible odds, the heroic spirit within you is going to get its way. So if you really must, doubt for just 1 minute longer, then replace doubt with trust and participate in the divine defiance of life, refusing to be crushed. The universe wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. Why not just relax and bear witness to its impressive display of life-giving power with reverence and delight? I love that. I love that for you. And you've also got the card Investigate with Scorpio, which is a perfect card for this to come in combination with this card. It's asking you exactly the Page of Swords and the Hierophant next to the Devil there. The Devil being that thing that makes us feel powerless or trapped. We've given our power away to something perhaps. And maybe we've given our power away to giving up. Oh, it's not going to happen for me, just give it all up. Forget about it. No. Investigate. That's the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is investigate. The Hierophant is that wisdom that you can utilize. I feel a little sniffly, so it might make my voice a little funny this week, but Yeah. We have relaxation. You already saw it before. It's a beautiful time for you to just go with ease. In fact, we'll go to the book. I do love the way it's written in this book quite often. It can be just so nice little thing. When you receive this card, relax. All is well. No need to strive or push to get ahead. Beneath the surface of life, everything is gently propelling you in the right direction. You can lay down your burdens. 10 of Wands there. That's in the week ahead too. You got this. You can lay down your burdens and simply unwind. Slow down and allow calmness to fill you. When you relax and relinquish control, your intuition expands and you create the space for your spirit guardians to help you. Additionally, it's vastly easier to heal and have positive outcomes in life when you are rested and not filled with worry and need to control outcomes. Lie back, stretch out, and watch magic unfold in your life. For some of you, that might feel impossible, but it's not impossible. It's a challenge. You also have the card Birch from the Essences Oracle. Go to the book for that too. And the little wise words, your small support could accomplish a big dream. It all really goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Birch brings livelihood to the person who is feeling unsupported. It helps people say no and not be afraid to walk alone in life. Birch brings courage to those who have lost their inner strength. It brings confidence in oneself as the path is not walked alone any longer. You can see a small bridge towards the birch forest and someone finding the courage to cross it. It takes courage to admit that we are not good without our community, that we survive thanks to each other, and that we are all connected in the eyes of evolution. Birch is related to the heart chakra and the root chakra. The heart chakra is the energy center of communion and compassion. The root chakra is the center of our roots, our tribe. What would we be if we were born into a different tribe? Your roots make you who you are today, and the stronger they are, the stronger your trunk will be. Birch grows thin and it bends easily. Make sure you stand your ground when your heart speaks. That's your immediate energy of the Seven of Wands, by the way, so standing your ground. Because it contains a natural form of methyl silicate, I hope I said that right, silicate. Birch is known for soothing achy muscles and joints. The stimulating aroma promotes feelings of strength, warmth, and vitality. Birch essential oil blends well with frankincense, lavender, and sandalwood. So if the birch comes into your reading, it's time to take time to be a strong shoulder to lean on and provide a safe place for others to rest in the shade. Share your success continually. Show the value of creating a strong network. Birch provides shelter for many different people without caring about the colour of their skin, religion, or gender. Be the birch you want to see in the world. Love that. Try to be more flexible and bendable with your ideas. The affirmation is, I support others, and in turn, life supports me in wondrous ways. And then the last little card, you had the full moon, finding balance, full moon in Libra. And I just want to, I kind of want to reiterate, but when it comes to stressing out and overwhelming yourself, just please do try to find a balance where you disconnect from that. Even if it is going to be there when you're finished, it's even if it's still going to be there, to just give yourself a break from it for a moment. And find some way to bring some calm and relaxation into your mind and your body. Just getting like high cortisol levels and stress and things that knock the immune system about, and just needing to really be there for you in that sense, so that you can then be there for everyone else that you are there for. I can see you've got like just that pussy cat hanging out here. It's like maybe you've got a baby at your hip all the time, so you've got some little people maybe that are always looking up to you and needing a lot from you. And it's hard to give because you've got to be there for you too. So in the last oracle for your reading, we have plan a vacation. That might be very welcome. It could be just a day trip. It doesn't have to be overseas or anything massive like that. Or maybe it is. Maybe you want to make a long-term plan for a holiday in 2 years' time, or anything at all. But plan a vacation. And that vacation, like I just said, that vacation could be just a vacation from your head for a little bit. Maybe it's a day spa treatment or coffee with a girlfriend. It doesn't have to. The vacation is a break from whatever you're going through and dealing with, right? From your current reality. So group 1, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance this week. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. and look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz Explosion, then this one is for you. Treated with gold and titanium to make it this beautiful rainbow shine. It is a beautiful stone for activating all of our energy centers and bringing vitality into your life, into your body. It's also a good stone for supporting yourself and others through dysfunctional relationships and releasing resentment around those connections to find healing or peace. So, Group 2. Interesting reading we have here. Some of the major energies I can see are the High Priestess, Gemini, and Cancer. Okay, and Leo as well. But anyway, doesn't matter too much. We'll jump into the past energy with the Six of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the High Priestess. This is a new deck to my collection from my amazing friend Billy, so it'll be fun to get to know this new deck and some of the symbols and messages inside. But anyway, let's jump in with the past energy of the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is all about reunions, digging into the past, remembering the past, spending time with family, spending time in connections, rebuilding connections potentially, revisiting things, spending time with children. We have a bit of a tea party going on here. You may have had a gathering with your soul tribe or people that are just very close to you, or you could have rekindled or reconnected with a partner who you have once separated with and you've come back together. It could be that storyline for you. But what do we see else here in the past is the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands, the High Priestess as well. So there's something quite mystical to what's going on in your journey right now. You might be feeling like, I kind of get a mixed bag actually. So part of you might be feeling quite exhausted and feeling like there's a lot yet to be done with regards to a situation. Like you might have some big dreams that I don't know, there's something about how it's a big dream or maybe multiple dreams, a whole life that you want for yourself that's kind of like, oh, I've got to do a fair bit to get there. So there's this sort of tension in a sense, but you're not to worry about that. I'm getting with this, you're meant to just trust the path ahead and just keep shining your brilliant light. There's something about whatever it is you're trying to heal or achieve, whether this is in a relationship or in your own life, and who you're meant to be in the world. It could be to do with your purpose. But I'm seeing here that there's a real need to just trust where you find yourself right now. Anything that comes to you with regards to studying or learning, then by all means grab it with both hands and just keep walking the path. There's a lot here I'm feeling about spiritual guidance, spiritual direction, spiritual development. So you might be someone who's currently studying something along the lines of the esoteric crafts. So you might be learning to be a reader yourself. You might be, this could also have to do with your work situation. It could have to do with, like I said before, family and loved ones. There's a fair bit here, but it's a lot of encouragement in this reading, regardless of that Nine of Wands that's a little exhausted. I find it interesting that the immediate energy and the week ahead cards, the first one is the Seeker or the Fool, and the way it is on the table, the High Priestess, was it? No, it was the Six of Wands. Grab that. The Six of Wands was next to it, and it's like, it's kind of, I like the imagery and the way it stands, because it's sort of like this guy's head has fallen off, right? And he's just got his little pussycat friend here that's like, go that way. And it's leading towards a great amount of victory and success. So there's a new journey that you are encouraged to take right now that might be a risk involved. It might be a little frightening. It might be uncharted territory and something you haven't done, but you are required to just follow your intuition here in a big way and just go for it and trust. For some of you, you're meant to be doing something that you release out into the world. You might be doing something on the very public setting with the Six of Wands, something that you need to let people see your work, to complete your work and showcase it or something like this. For others of you, it is more about stepping up into more of who you're meant to be in your community, to yourself, in your life, the way you present. Some of you might, especially given that this is altered with gold and titanium to make it so beautiful, it might be that you're going through your own version of a glow up. You might be wanting to change your appearance in some way. You might be wanting to alter yourself in some way. And I feel like when I look at these cards, it's actually really beneficial, and it'll be a fantastic thing for you. And there's a lot of organizing to do around this, though. There's exhaustion, like, oh, can I do this? There's maybe a little bit of self-doubt, but you actually, you've done greater things. In fact, I'm kind of really being called to get you to remind yourself that you've actually done great things that are hard in the past. And there's something about these candles is telling me something about, if you consider what it took you to get to this point and all of the energy you put into that, then imagine if you put all that energy into the opposite, or into something else. Like, if you think about, I don't know what I'm getting here, but it's like a little, if you just did this you say you've done something every day for all your life or however long, and it's got you into this situation, and then you feel like, oh, I'd like this to be changed. So it's just a matter of the same thing, but just every single day doing something different that, is towards the end of that goal. I don't know why I needed to break it down, but I felt like I did because of these candles in the background, because they kind of make me feel like you've been on this journey for some time, and it's only a matter of taking that next step and continuing it to get yourself on this new other journey, which is the Fool here. You're being really guided to take a new path. And part of this path, the next card is the King of Swords. So part of this path might require you to step up in some way with regards to organising the logistics behind this. So maybe you're needing to book appointments, maybe you're needing to see professionals, organise licensing policies and procedures, maybe you're opening your own business. With the King of Swords here, this is an intellectual king, so you might be required to do some research, or get things all above board and do what is required. So scheduling appointments, or organising things that bring the structure into what it is you're trying to create here. So this is about having a careful plan and executing it. It's about using all of your knowledge and resources that are at your fingertips. And those resources could be other professionals that you employ or seek the guidance of to get you where you need to be. For some of you, this is about creating something yourself. You are the King of Swords. So there's a lot here actually about creating something. I'm just going to hold it up, it sits above it, and it's how it's been lately. The oracles that sit above the tarot always align, and so this person is writing something or drawing something, and same with the create art prompt from your daily prompts oracle. And there's more here on the table that talk about your creation, something you're building, something you're creating that is really, really worthwhile. So King of Swords, keep at it, keep everything above board. There's something just about the legalities or something, or it feels like it could be paperwork stuff, it could be to do with law, or it could be to do with the business administration stuff. Could be so many things, but you're required to take it's not really a risk. I don't know if it's something about, I'm like, take a risk. But it's not actually really a risk, because you're already so accomplished and got what it takes. Anyway, we'll move forward. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles next. And when I saw this, I felt like there's a shift in your finances due to come. But I'll get to that in a minute, I think. With the Nine of Pentacles, like I said in group 1, it showed up there as well. And this is a new deck. So I found it quite interesting when I first went through this deck to see the Nine of Pentacles in a cage, because I've always felt the Nine of Pentacles to be very free and independent. But as I looked to the book for the Shadowlands Tarot, it speaks about how this bird has got all of these, designer labels and everything they could want in life. They're successful financially, they're doing well, they are provided for, all their basic needs are met, and they can also buy some nice things for themselves as well. But the cage here is that message of perhaps this person has realized that through meeting all of their needs, it's sort of like in the Fool's Journey actually, when the devil comes into play after having already gone through so much, or even later. But so what am I saying here? So the Nine of Pentacles, she may have come to realize that some things aren't quite working for her, or that there's a need for a shift or a change so that you can free yourself, because you may have all your needs met in so many ways, but then it's kind of perhaps backed you into a certain corner where you're stuck in some area, and you might be trying to loosen the shackles or move yourself forward from that feeling of being stuck. But I don't think it's a major message of being stuck. It's just that the fact that she's in a cage, and it throws me off, to be honest with you, a little bit. Sometimes you get a new tarot deck like that and there's one particular image, you've got to relearn that card a little bit to, you know, work with this particular artist and the creator. But they also have the Knight of Pentacles, which makes me feel like, especially as this person is approaching the Nine of Cups, you may have somebody who's interested in you here, like quite literally. There could be someone who's interested in you for employment, or it could be a romantic interest. It could be an opportunity, something that's coming your way, and it's not fast. It's not a fast thing. The Knight of Pentacles, it's slow. So for a lot of you, I do feel there is a hint of an opportunity is kind of what I'm feeling. Like I don't know if anything actually fully lands this week like that, but I feel like, or maybe it does. It's hard to. But there's so much here about the journey you're still on. So it's like it's not. I don't feel things really coming to culmination right now, but rather that you're invited to continue this path or start a new path, or continue working towards this, whatever this is that is going to bring you, I feel, that Six of Wands. There's definitely a big goal here that's going to take a bit of time to execute, or to get comfortable with, or to master. With the Knight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, I kind of feel as well like it is in the area of mastery. So it's like something you're doing is going to bring you more money or more experience in some way. But the snail is there, it's slow. Further into the week ahead, we have the Chariot and the Knight of Cups as well. So you can just see more further movement in that direction that you want to go in with regards to creating your, whatever it is, creating your art, whatever it is you're bringing into the world, whatever it is you're nurturing right now. There's a lot here about just being activated and in your life and enjoying it, even if there is challenges, even if there's parts of your life you don't really want to show up for. It's like just getting it done because it meets a bigger, it meets a bigger picture or something, even if it doesn't feel right now that it does. There's something about the little things at the moment and enjoying the little things, but getting the work done. There might be a need for a budget here as well, like writing down your finances to get yourself just feeling a little more supportive to meet certain goals that you have. You might be a little bit like aimless in a sense, not aimless, but like, I just feel like there could be more structure that helps you really knock off those bigger goals that you may even doubt that you're capable of. So further, and the Knight of Cups in the end of your week, I actually felt for some of you, it could be quite literally that you spend the weekend at the beach or just having a good time with friends. It could be with a special loved one. Knight of Cups is often about romance, so that could be there for you as well. With the Chariot, you might be going on a trip with your lover or something like that. That could be the case. A little day trip somewhere with the Chariot, going away, or you could just be going away with friends, or there's just a bit of nice. There's a lot of. Don't forget to enjoy your life. Don't forget to enjoy your days, whatever's going on for you. Don't forget to have a little quiet moment with a cup of tea in the garden or whatever it is that makes you feel connected to your life in a way that's abundant and, you know, full of gratitude. Not just work, do, all that stuff. So in the challenge, we have the Five of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. With the Seven of Pentacles in particular, I can sort of like, you see that I felt like these plants will just keep taking, and that's kind of the message I got. So your challenge might be that you're dealing with a certain person or a situation where there's a lot of taking. And with the Five of Swords next to that as well, I feel like for some of you might not feel, I don't want to say, it's just that, you might not feel capable of what it is you're actually capable of, is what I'm feeling when I see this. With the Five of Swords, it can be about competition, comparing yourself to other people, and petty dramas, mind games, manipulation. It can be so many things here with the Five of Swords. With the Seven of Pentacles, can feel like you've been dealing with this for way too long, or that things are not growing in the, I don't know, what do I want to say? I feel like things are growing in the way that you want them to. You're making it happen. You're putting a lot of effort in. You're building something great here. But there's still this like dissatisfaction or worry about putting in a lot of energy and not getting back what you deserve or what you need. And with the Ace of Wands, you may be feeling like lack of divine inspiration or energy or motivation. That could be it as well, with the challenge being there. But there's just a way to go. I mean, you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, and when you see those two energies, nothing's moving quickly. Like it's better that way anyway, because what you're building is like, it feels like it's got to be done slowly. Like big things are made of little things, you know. That song from Little Things, Big Things Grow. So what will help with the challenge? With the Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So definitely losing the stress and the doubt by being proactive. And I feel like that's literally making a budget. When I saw this, it's like a financial budget is what is required for a lot of people maybe connecting to this, just to feel secure and organized and to see some savings getting put away, if that's to meet that particular goal. Or yeah. The Page of Pentacles is also asking that you get going on this new beginning. It's because the Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity, and you've got a Fool in your immediate energy. You've got a lot here that says that you want to learn something, you want to master something, maybe many things. You want to grow, you want to be accomplished. You already are doing well, but there's still so much doubt here and concern and things that need shifting, growing and changing, but that's life. It doesn't stop. We're always evolving and like wanting to refine and tweak things and get a little better when we become consciously aware of something that's not working. And I think that's just what you're ever moving through, just constantly. There is a lot of concerns about opening maybe your heart up as well here with this Nine of Swords, Four of Pentacles. You might be feeling like you'd rather just focus on something less, that makes you feel less vulnerable, perhaps. You might be wanting to just take care of yourself and get some work done a little bit here and not worry so much about how it's all going to turn out, or that the worst case scenario is going to happen. You might have some fears about a particular opportunity that you want to take up, but you're feeling a little bit self-protective or afraid to pursue for some reason. And the Four of Pentacles is also about conserving your energy. This person is often like, you know, they've got their pentacles close to their chest. There's often locked doors around this card. So it's about keeping your things safe, protecting your resources, and learning when to say no to people and situations that just you don't have the energy or finances to entertain, or they can do it for themselves, or something like this, where you just, I think you're learning to say no to certain people when I look at this here, and to not be afraid that that's going to be detrimental to the connection or something as well. To just stand up for yourself a bit, and without being afraid of negative repercussions for just having boundaries and choosing what's right for you. Further guidance, we have the beautiful Three of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So we do see a beautiful, beautiful connection with friends here with the Three of Cups. Spend time with your beautiful friends, the people that support you. I feel like there's a lot there. I've got a really sore nose now. A bit sniffly today. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. What an interesting combination. This could be a reunion of a relationship in your world. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Wands is Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. So you may find a connection in your world that fits those two fire and earth signs. But also for everyone that doesn't resonate with that, of course, we see here that it is really important that you celebrate your success and how far you've come, what you've already accomplished, because you are in a good spot. I do feel that. Like, maybe just look at the home you have. Maybe you've got a roof over your head and that's more than enough. Maybe you've got way more blessings on top of that as well, and absolutely consider yourself fortunate if you do. So celebrate your success, how far you've come. But with the Queen of Wands, this is that leadership, visionary energy. It is a mystical woman. So I feel like this, for some of you, this is psychic development classes, whether you're teaching them or you're joining them. This is about bringing structure to something more maybe spiritual, or something creative or something inspirational or something transformative. The Queen of Wands is, like I said before, a very mystical queen, and I feel like for some of you there's a business opportunity within the healing arts, or within energy medicine, or within whether it might not even be a business opportunity, it could just be your own personal pursuit to learn more about a certain topic that is going to bring people together as a community, or that will benefit your closest loved ones, or it's just an achievement you're meant to move towards in this lifetime. There's something here that's really beautiful, because there's a lot of accomplishment and structure here, but there's also, on top of that, because structure is solid, isn't it? And it's very physical, and it's here, and it's very root chakra. But then the Queen of Wands, that, I guess, solar plexus, sacral chakra energy, I do feel like there's a need to really just embody both of those energies in what it is you're pursuing. And the Three of Cups, I feel like there's already an achievement on, like an achievement on the way, something you're going to see soon. It could be also within your group, like it might be your partner that's receiving an award of some kind, or there's something here where you're seeing the benefit of coming together, or you're seeing the benefit of what you're choosing to devote yourself to. And then in the outcome, we have the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, and the Five of Pentacles. So Nine of Cups, ultimate wish fulfillment. So you have wishes being fulfilled. I see a lot here throughout this reading that there are good things coming to you. There really is. You just need to enjoy your journey here, and all the other little bits of advice that came along. I mean, underlying energy for this reading is even the Two of Cups. So there's definitely talk here of a special relationship or union, whether that's a whole tribe around you, or your connection with Source and that special guidance that you follow every single day to lead you to your highest potential, to your best life, to your best self. The Two of Cups shows companionship and support. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, more companionship and love, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. So when I look at all of this as a combination in the outcome, it shows to me that you are choosing to leave behind this feeling of not being good enough, of lack, of separation, of being abandonment wounds and how they play out in everyday life, and not being a victim to those situations, but rather just believing in your own beautiful light, going on life in your own direction. The Lovers is a commitment to the highest path, a commitment to your higher self. It is a choice that is made that is beneficial for your journey and those that rely on you. And with the Five of Pentacles being a card of lack, or a card of illness, a card of abandonment, loneliness, isolation, I feel like you're making a conscious choice to turn however that shows up in your life around, turn that situation around into your wishes being fulfilled. It's a matter of you choosing to do something and make that happen. And that's probably why we've got the High Priestess, the Fool, the King of Swords right there in this immediate energy, because it's not knowing. There's inexperience here in a sense, yet there's a lot of experience and wisdom at the same time. But you're encouraged to just kind of maybe blindly trust that the good things will come for you. Trust that you can have your wish fulfillment. You're just needing to commit and continue pushing on forward. All these cards are a bit of like Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Chariot, Knight of Cups. All of those are just getting it done this week. Do all the things that need to be done. Don't stress about it. There's a lot of good things coming. There's nothing really dramatic or worrying or concerning in this reading that I need to really touch on. I don't think it feels like quite the general read, but yet powerful at the same time. Now, I know I've mentioned before how much I love a good colour combo, but look at this, 3 different decks. Look at that. How's the colours? Does that not tickle you? I love that colour combo. Yellows and pinks and purples. So you have here Supernova from the Divine Circus Oracle. Something in you needs to be unleashed. This is not quiet and steady growth, but more like a wild explosion of creative energy, which is interesting because you've got the card Go Wild. And then you've got the card Descendant, Invitation. You are invited to go wild and release whatever this is. Anyway, let's keep going. A wild explosion of creative energy and sacred fire. The sparks of your rapid growth will create the sparks that your rapid growth will create shall ignite your body, mind and soul, inspiring you to expand even beyond what you believe is possible. Your light will shine far and wide. You cannot control it, but you can trust it. A rocket is capable of traveling far with greater power and speed before settling into an effortless orbit far beyond the world in which it began its journey. To launch, however, requires power. A quiet and contained power that is not appropriate for the task. A raw and explosive force is needed to propel the rocket from the known world of Earth towards its destined orbit in space. The oracle of supernova indicates a time of rapid growth, so accelerated and powerful that it can feel like an explosion. Literally, this crystal, an explosion. Wow. Wow. Okay. It tends to be of as if you were being rocketed and launched. Yeah, it tends to be of high intensity but short duration. While this is a positive thing, it can cause shockwaves and disturbing patterns and create feelings of instability and even uncertainty as your world starts to change in ways you don't feel are within your personal control. You may feel like there is a powerful momentum moving you out of what has been your life towards a new unknown destiny. And there you are with the Fool. As it moves from the dramatic force of the launch towards the eventual pace of the effortless orbit, the rocket will jettison the very thing needed to get the journey started. This isn't about disposing of the essentials, the people and things that really mean something to your heart, but rather letting go of old attitudes, ideas, and ways of being and attachments to allow for utter freedom to ascend. After the intensity of the birth, the effortlessness of your orbit into a new world will require a different attitude. What you needed to begin your journey, to start a new venture or lifestyle, will be different to what is required to continue on your life journey. You need to trust in what is happening at all points of your journey. Don't hold on to a support system, belief system, or way of being out of fear. Sometimes it's just time to let go because it's not relevant for your journey anymore. And if you try to hold on, you will actually just be holding yourself back. When the time comes to let go, you'll feel it. People or situations will not be able to reach you, and you them, even if you are making an effort to try and stay connected. Previous support systems and connections won't be able to support you anymore on the next steps of your journey. It's just like they're training wheels that are no longer needed. They would just be getting in the way. So you have gratitude for what was, and with love, you let go. The Oracle Supernova reminds you that after the intensity of a birth, there is another birth of sorts, the settling into new pattern of life at a higher altitude, with more peace, effortlessness, and consciousness. Each phase happens naturally, and you'll feel when and how to respond to each phase in your life as you trust yourself. Okay, and full moon in Leo, go wild. It's just a major invitation to embrace the journey and that leadership energy, the Queen of Wands here. Yeah. We have descent invitation, and that is 100% your invitation to descend here and land in this role, what you're supposed to be doing. What are you doing? You're creating art. You're creating something fantastic and wonderful. We have wonders, which I thought kind of went well with this little crystal thing, maybe a little bit. And wonders, another one for the book, but I believe it's a pretty simple one to say that there is just wondrous things unfolding in your journey, just around the corner. Exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life, and sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the small ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open if you believe anything and everything is possible. And then another message of vitality, we have lemon myrtle zest, which is exactly that supportive stone of vitality and go wild, like this card says, but as the crystal suggested as well, activating all of your energy centers. Or lemon myrtle might be something you want to use as an essence. I'll just go straight to the divinatory meaning from the book. When lemon myrtle shows in your reading, it is a sign that you must find creative ways to get out of a situation. Think out of the box and with audacity. You have all that is needed, so just take your plunge. Don't stop yourself from feeling deep within your heart. Your uniqueness is a great part of your personality. There's a lot of encouragement within this reading to get moving with something group 2, so I hope that that's all you need to do so. And that is what I have for you in this reading. So I hope it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, and guidance. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the carnelian heart, then this one is for you. It's a beautiful stone to really look deeply into. In person, very hard to capture just how magnificent all of the intricate details are on the inside of this crystal. There are some times in a reading where this has reminded me of a bit of a blood clot. It's often been I don't know, when it's selected, there's a depth to what's going on and a tenderness perhaps. And what I've written down a long time ago for this crystal was fertility, personal power and confidence, detox, increased libido, sexual identity and power. It's a creative stone that invites you to dance, paint, write, sing, loosen your limbs and let energy flow. So a stone of creativity, I think, is the main message there, to let yourself express, and definitely personal power and confidence. So your reading group 3, some of the major energies I can see here, the High Priestess, so Pisces is here, Leo is here, Cancer as well, Leo again, Capricorn, and then the fixed signs of Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus and Leo. And we've got Saggy up there as well. So it could be your energy. Oh, we've got Libra and Taurus here with the Empress, and your underlying energy is the Empress for your reading as well. So that's a pretty exciting, abundant, fertile energy to have in the underlying energy, considering we've just read all about fertility, creative success and expression. And here we have the Empress. So, and this is a beautiful new deck from my friend Billy that I got on the weekend. So it's really cool to use a new deck and get some new messages from the images. And we'll start it with the past energy for group 3. I'm a little bit sniffly today, coming down with something I think, but we'll get through. In the past energy for my group 3s, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the World, and the 6 of Swords. And doesn't that look like a bit of a storyline? Where in the first card, we'll read it through. The first card, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The stars all over this tree. It is something that has taken a long time to build and grow to this magnificent thick trunk we see here. So we see the 10 of Pentacles as something you've really, you've built up over a long period of time. You are the Queen of Wands in your domain. So that is showing that you have definitely mastered something, and it could have a lot to do with your creativity, with your spiritual connection, with your energy. It could be to do with mysteries and healing. It can have to do with leadership. There's so many beautiful qualities of the Queen of Wands, and with the 10 of Pentacles next to it and the World as well, it shows that you've really accomplished a great deal in the past. Massive things. But with the World here and the 6 of Swords, it shows that there's some kind of closure of a cycle, bringing you into a time of change and even peace. Because the 6 of Swords is about tumultuous waters, moving through tumultuous waters and coming to a time of calm, letting go of a mental and emotional baggage from a past situation, maybe something that is closed out for you with the World here. For some of you, you might be thinking about like traveling, whether that's world travel. Maybe you've recently traveled, because this is past energy. We have the World and 6 of Swords, which is sometimes traveling over water, or just moving away from a place that once was the whole world to you. I'm just seeing the snake here. I feel like you're healers. There's a lot of group 3s that are healers, and it's a big part of your journey in life is to be a sage and to guide people. And you're on your own journey at the moment. And I get, like, even when I look at your cards, you've got support and people around you, but there's a very big part of this journey that I think you actually want to take on your own. Like, we'll get to it. But anyway, in the current energy, from the Six of Swords, we go to the Seven of Swords. So leaving behind the situation, these changes that have happened for you may have opened up a lot more opportunities and doors, or even just confusion and overwhelm. Because the Seven of Pentacles talks about feeling like you wish you knew what to choose out of these options, or which you knew which way to go, but it's like you don't have enough information yet. You'd like to see how things are going to go. You might like to meditate on a few of your choices or options. Like, you're not, you're a bit open, I think, to the universe bringing you opportunities, but also very cautious with what you choose, of course. So moving further into the week ahead, we have the Three of Cups. We have the High Priestess here as well. So more talk of this sage wisdom that you carry here. And with the Three of Cups, I can see that there's actually a great deal of support around you. When there is somebody, maybe a group of people in particular, there could literally be two people. They could be your sisters, they could be family, they could just be really good friends that are with you as you move through these changes. But there's celebration amongst all of this as well. And they're your friends, I feel, are happy for you for this journey you're about to go on. The people around you are happy for you. I'm getting like a going away party almost, like yeah, there's something like that going on for you. And I don't know if it's actually a literal going away party event, or just that there's this next chapter. I don't know, you got like a bit of a cheerleading squad or something. You got something behind you, encouraging you on this journey that you've got to take on your own. I'm feeling here, but not on your own in the same sense, because there's a real message here that you will need to lean on people, and people will be there to help you, and that you won't be alone. But there's something about this that I really feel like you want to be on your own, or there's something you need to do that's just yours to do. And that carries on into the page of that High Priestess. Then we have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So here you are. That's literally you on the Page of Wands. You were the Queen of Wands in your past. That world has come to closure, moving you onto a distant shore, opening up, oh, what do I do now? Yeah, there's lots of good things coming in, and it is exciting, and you know you're supported, and there's new birth happening, and that's very, very exciting. Do you want to see how certain things grow? I think you're in the middle of making a certain choice that will lead you to, it could be a collaboration works or something, but it will lead to really being drawn to the money. So there is opportunities that you are starting now that will lead to a good solid income, or something, you know, really, really lucrative. And I'm seeing the fire stand out a lot as well. So there's a lot of divine inspiration, creativity, and just divine force and power, and just, yeah, light. It feels trailblazing. And the Page of Wands can be very trailblazing with the Queen of Pentacles next to it, and then the Six of Cups. I do see here that there is, like I've said before, there's experience in the past, but what you're moving into now you may not be so experienced with, but you will develop and quickly learn. Like whatever it is you're attempting, or if you're new into something, you will pick up and learn the ropes quite quickly. You'll iron out any kinks quite easily and set up something quite good for yourself. With the Queen of Pentacles, you see that there is a lot of support around you with the Six of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles is showing that she's already quite abundant and masterful in her own realm, but there is a need to expand in ways that I was going to say might not be comfortable, but I think they are comfortable. I don't know what there's something here I feel like I'm not quite grabbing. Maybe I can get it from the deck. We got the Three of Pentacles here. Ten of Swords is underneath the Empress, and we do talk about the world, so we can see that there is a literal ending. There may have been the loss of somebody very significant in your life, or the ending of your world as you knew it. The Ace of Wands is underneath that. Kind of felt that Ace of Wands in the fire I saw in that other cup. And we got the Knight of Wands here too. So, oh, Five of Pentacles. So there's being left out in the cold. There's struggle with finances in the past here. There's somebody who is very immature or impulsive. And if somebody doesn't match you or your vibe or what's actually right for your picture to stand with you or help you or be a part of your life, and then they needed to go, they're just not, I don't like to say they're not good enough, because everyone's, you know, different and has their own things to offer a different connection, but for you it's just not right for you, whatever that whole thing was. Where am I going? That's right, I'm clarifying. What am I clarifying? What am I missing here? Is there anything I need? Ooh. Oop, that's a bit many. I kind of want to look at that one too. Five of Swords. And there is that Knight of Wands again, the Death, the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is a time for you to be really inspired and motivated about the changes that are coming into your world, and leave behind the crap that didn't work. Okay, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just leave it all. Leave the battlefield where it stands, and just move on into your destiny. Because there are changes happening and you are to embrace them and be excited for them. Three of Swords, there is betrayal and heartache here. There's definitely an energy around you cannot trust. Somebody who's inconsistent and selfish. Potentially. All right. I'm getting a bit sniffly. Where am I up to? Six of Pentacles in the end of your week. We also have that Queen of Pentacles. So you can see that there's a lot of support around you, and that you can trust and lean into the things that the universe is bringing towards you. Even if this is support you may feel like at the time of this reading, oh, I don't really have that support, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's because this is in future energy. So there is something coming towards you that you may not even be aware of yet. I think I said in last week's reading, like, there's something you just don't know yet. And I'm getting that still, and I'm not allowed to fully grab it. I can't tell you what it is. I guess maybe because it's a general and there's a lot of people connecting, or it could just be that you're meant to just go through the journey and let it unfold. You're not meant to know how great it's going to be, but it's something worth being excited for. I really feel that consistently for the last few weeks for group 3. So you got to know that that's really happening, especially if you are a group 3 devotee and you connect every week to this number. In the challenge, we've got the Two of Wands, the Moon, and Strength. So the Two of Wands, the challenge is that you're amongst a great deal of change and a need to decide which way to go forward. But in doing that, there is also a need to, I think when I look at this combination, it's like, don't believe the worst. I feel like you want to be careful of any subconscious beliefs that you're holding at the moment, that they don't dictate your choices or the things that you manifest. Just be careful of the way you're viewing your situation and other people. Try and keep it clean as you can in your mind. I feel like that's important. And I feel like as the day goes on, I just need some eucalyptus oil. Oh, oops, I dropped water on the card. It's still good. Where am I now? The Moon and Strength. You are going to need to overcome your lower nature. When we see Strength there, part of you may want to be reactory, or it may be fearful. With the Moon and Strength together, it's really asking you to rise above the scary things, the scary image, the way someone might be portraying themselves, what you're afraid of, illusions, fantasies, things that just aren't true. And when I think about that and looking at this, it's the fear. They just try your best to disconnect from the fear and move forward with confidence, because we do have this Two of Wands that is in the challenge, but it's happening nonetheless. I can see it in your whole reading. You are moving through a major crossroads change. I just heard there's 2 paths you can go by. That's Led Zeppelin, isn't it? Is that Stairway? I don't know. I can't remember right now. My head's too a bit. And then what will help with the challenge? Well, we have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man comes along when you are held in suspense. You may not feel like you can control the outcome or the way things are unfolding right now, but you are advised to look at the situation from a different perspective. A perspective that moves you away from duality, perhaps, and into encompassing the bigger picture here and where your power may lie. And part of that power is in surrendering the way you want to dictate the control and the way you want things to happen, but just being moved by source, by the guidance that you receive, by the changes that are happening. So it's like, it's not asking you to be a leaf in the wind, but it is asking you to be flexible and to be movable, to be able to be open-minded enough to see things from a perspective that can actually benefit you. Like, I'm getting this is happening for me, not to me affirmation. That might be really supportive when you don't really know what's going on or why things are happening how they are. Just repeating that mantra using the practice of mantra truly to repeat it for moments, minutes even, while you're driving, while you're walking, however, wherever you're doing the dishes, hanging the washing, whatever you're doing, you can use those times to actually connect with the power of mantra, because it is transformative. It is powerful. And if you've never actually utilized it, then you may not actually know how powerful it can be, yet seemingly so simple. It can create huge ripples of change in your world, in your mind, and it really goes with what will help with the challenge in the Hanged Man. So we also have the Nine of Wands here and the Page of Pentacles. Although you are exhausted and you are tired and maybe a little untrusting of everything that is changing around you right now, the Page of Pentacles is asking you to just take the steps you need to take. Continue working on this whatever this is. If it's a new project, some sort of adventure, something you need to build, something you need to invest in, it's there for you. You may be exhausted, you may not know how it's all going to work out, but you've got there's something like, sorry, my sniffles. There's something like, I don't know, it's like almost getting like a salvage energy, like maybe you've salvaged something. Or like I get a diamond in the rough feeling as well, like there's something real precious out of all of this mess or chaos. Further guidance, we have the Four of Cups, the Devil and the Magician. So clear to see, the Four of Cups is a card of sometimes pessimism and victim mentalities. And so the card is asking you to remember that you are not a victim to whatever this devil energy represents, but you're actually the magician. You have got the resources, the abilities and skills to empower yourself away from whatever situation is making you feel like powerless or a victim. And however you do that will be different for everybody. For some of you, I think you might need legal support and a professional to support you, a magician, somebody who's accomplished. For others of you, you are the magician. For most of you, all of you, you are the magician, but it doesn't mean that can't be another person. Just like this devil could be another person. Maybe it's a situation or a person that you feel powerless to, and you're needing to overcome that, no longer being a victim, but to just stand up and build something on your own, or to free yourself in some way. And there's something about the Four of Cups that makes me feel like I actually want to go to the book for it, which is different. But it makes me feel like every little challenge you've been through so far, you're a different person at the end of each one. And that's a good thing in a sense too. Like that's what I'm wanting to point out, is the strengths you've grown through each challenge, and that you are not the same person that went through that challenge 3 challenges ago, you know? Like, I just really, when I look at this image, I feel like it's also to mark how much you've grown as a person as you've gone through the different phases of your life or of this situation. And that you are the magician. You have the resources at your fingertips to create change and to empower yourself. And then the outcome is just stunning. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups with the Sun in the middle. So this is new opportunity, this is new love, this is support, this is growth. All of that is in your outcome. So regardless of the challenges you might move through, there's a lot here to be very, very excited about. These changes are to bring you new opportunities and new growth, and a lot of positivity. A lot of positivity. I just want to bring up this card now you have from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Going Forward. And it is exactly that. It's the path you're yet to take, and it's going to take you to a new horizon with a lot of blessings along the way. So going forward, when you receive this card, fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfillment are ahead for you. These things are growing and expanding in your life. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, but this card indicates that it's important to not let anything hold you back from increasing the bounty in your life. Step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way and for your highest good. I love that. And you've also got the card Structure here with Saturn. And Saturn, well, you may have had a Saturn return and know all about it. But Saturn is the, I don't know, some people call it the Mac Daddy of the planets of the astrology world. It is that card that brings about structure. And so when we go through our Saturn return, it's often the areas where we're not providing ourselves with structure and stability and building ourselves up into the people we're meant to be. our Saturn return will come along and shake us up to get us to level up, to grow up, to step up, to build something solid in your life. And so with this here, what do I see? I see the Queen of Pentacles in your week as well. And that is the structure energy. I see the Magician, that's part of it as well. I see the Page of Pentacles as well. And these are all, and even the Nine of Wands, it's tired, but it's going to do what it needs to do. It's come through so many challenges and learned so much. But it's going to do what it needs to do to go that next level and take that next step and build that next empire, that next thing, that next dream. You have, I'm doing the oracles kind of backwards in a way. I love this one. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. It's really, really important that you do believe in that, because there's something about when I look at your cards that you feel like while you're grateful, you've got good people around you. It looks like you kind of feel isolated, or that you want to go on this journey alone, or that you have to go on this journey alone. There's something about it that is a little like, and you know, none of that's a bad thing. The fact that you want to, or the fact that you have to, if you do, you know, but just, I don't know what I'm going on about, but just believe in your good luck and that everything is perfect. And then you also have from the Divine Circus Oracle, meant for you. You've voiced your intent, setting in motion a natural creative process. What you want has been summoned forth and is now headed your way. Don't hesitate, refuse to receive, or pass this gift on to another. It is meant for you. Grab it. Within this new opportunity is exactly what you've been waiting for, what you've been wanting to create, what truly makes your heart sing. What is rightfully yours, or very soon will be, right in front of you, is right in front of you. Caught up in a spiraling wave of new beginnings, it is the time to reach out and grab what is headed your way. Opportunity is the universe believing in you, and believe in your good luck in return, right? Where am I to? Return the compliment by accepting what is being offered with open arms and a trusting heart. You'll be glad you did. Don't worry if this opportunity seems to be leading you down a different path than what you expected. All paths lead us to where we need to be. Sometimes the universe has just a better idea of what will get us to our destination at a perfect time. And along the pathway, that will be the most beneficial of all. Trust what is happening, accept that you deserve good things to happen to you, and don't be shy. Now is the time to step up, open your mouth and your arms and say, thank you, I accept. I love that. Perfect for you. Perfect. You also have from the Essence Oracle, Blue Daisy, imagination and elasticity. And the divinatory meaning, drawing blue tansy means that you are in need of motivation and mobility in your world. What drives you to do what you do? Why did you start doing it in the first place? If you feel stagnant, it might be a time for change of scenery. You are manifesting your reality with your thoughts. Change your thoughts and you will change your environment. I love that. Change the way you look at your world and the world you look at will change. Just that statement in itself can be turned into a personal project to transform so much about your life. That was a big one for myself on my journey. Change the way you look at the world and the world you look at will change. It's magic. That's performing miracles right there. And then you have in the self-care prompts, 3 of them fell out for you, group 3. Everyone else only got 1. Still got a bit of water on there from spilling, but you have, these are all really contemplative. You've got meditate, deep breathing, and make an altar. These are all very supportive things for you right now to, and I'm just looking at the structure card, to bring structure into what you're doing, to care for yourself so that you can do what you need to do, to bring you clarity. So make an altar. If you already have one, maybe it's time to spruce it up, clean it up, dust it off, put some new things there that help keep the vision for you. Meditate and deep breathing, especially in times of stress, but just in general. Don't take it easy. There's no major rush. So group 3, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I'm going to go make a soup. I'll chat to you all again next time, group 3. Bye.